So let's go on a little trip into the Capitol, the Rotunda. So, because based on my last video, I showed only the part of George Washington after he died was turned into basically a Greek god. Yes, the Greek gods is what got in here and turned our history into some toga party, which our history is none about that. But literally, even though the Roman Empire was going through the world, you know, overtaking countries, the Romans took on a lot of the Greek gods, so they're considered Greek Roman gods. So that's why the pilgrim history is so important. It's so crucial because it set the seal and foundation to protect this country. See, the one thing that wicked one wants to do, the universities, the science, all of it, even though those people don't realize the path they've been being taken on, because this is why God talked more about hell than he did heaven. He talked more about being deceived than anything else, is because that wicked one knows how to deceive you. It's about your freedom. It's about your rights, and it is. But you have to look at people's deeds, okay? So when people are saying that come from good deeds, then yes, it's important to listen. Otherwise, if they just are bringing in a whole bunch of heresy and you know, nonsense science kind of stuff, that science is going to be the enlightenment to the world and enlighten you and make you a perfect man, yeah, no, then you want to run the other direction. But literally that would be why, if you looked at the Greek gods as the fallen angels, and that's what I believe they were, because the medicine goes back to Asclepius, a Greek god. And that is in the Bible. Literally, God talks about they left their proper place of dwelling. Yes. So if you saw the Greek gods as that, then you understand how, yeah, Romans took it on. It was so enticing, those Greek gods. And they were giants. So, of course, that would, and if they were really the Greek gods, and I think they were, that's the reason they pulled people in. Then they had, you know, those angels that God made before he made man, they had powers we aren't bestowed with. So because they're supposed to remain in heaven, but some of them didn't, because everybody knows the story. I mean, if you know the Bible. So I want to show the different national themes that were surrounding Washington. This is in the Capitol Rotunda. So you could see right above me in the very middle, you see Washington, what I showed in my last video. But see on the perimeter here, these are all the different themes. And the themes were science, war, mechanics, commerce, agriculture, and one other one, I forget. That's what each of these themes is. They're considered the national themes. So here's one theme. I'm just going through them. I don't know which ones they mean. But what you will notice in all of them is a total toga party theme going on. America doesn't have any history in togas. I mean, not for our history. So only the Greek stuff coming in would bring that crap. And yet that's what is so strange about Washington, D.C. is it's all these Greek gods that has no basis in our history. Here's another one. Yeah, it's all just naked men from like, and that's what it looks like. It looks like literally what you'd see all that Greek stuff. I mean, this doesn't represent our history. That's what I'm trying to say. This represents a history, not America's. Yeah, see, I mean, you know, it's the Greek stuff where the women were like half naked or just naked. That's what this looks like. It's not based on America. That's how you know something got in. What did the Bible say? What did God say? The wicked one rules this world, and he's the prince of darkness. The prince of darkness is the prince of the air. The airwaves, gets in through the airwaves, the TV set, the energy lines, or the electrician lines, however you receive your TV or your news or whatever it is through your phone. Yeah, with AI, just think of how really dark that can be. So that's why there's nothing good about AI. But the twisted and the higher educated and the wealthy millionaires, like in healthcare, think it's a good thing only because they think it's good for their pockets. But they'll be sadly mistaken, believe me, when wrath is rained down on them. Just saying. So I'm just showing the different themes. I have no idea what any of them mean because really they mean nothing. They're just based on science, mechanics, I mean, maybe you could see over here, there's looks like some people with some clothes on, but still they're all surrounded by these Greek gods. So thank God for our pilgrims who set the foundation in place, because that's what's protected us, because they made the seal with God, the biblical God. It's later all this stuff came. And so that ugly God, the Greek gods, would want to get in here and lead as many people astray, because the way to get America to her knees is get America to lose all focus on the foundation, the true foundation with the pilgrims, and then God will eventually, he does it in the Bible over and over, lifts his hand from you and says, take them. He hands you over to your enemies. That's all he has to do. He either protects you or he doesn't. So the wicked ones that run the planet, they know this. They know this. That's why it's everything depraved right now. Get as many American people to follow that path, because if they can get enough, then they will get God to say, I'm done. I'm done. I'm handing you over like I did all the rest. And then you succumb to communism, and much worse in the case of globalism. E pluribus unum. Yep, this is on our money, of course. None of these women make any sense to our history. They're all just Greek. It's like so stupid. Obviously, e pluribus unum it actually means out of many one, or really it's out of one many. I thought this was interesting. So this was the original seal design, or the original design for the Great Seal. The shields with 13 initials of the colonies, surrounding symbols for the 6 origin nations: England, and the rose, Scotland, thistle, Ireland, harp, Holland, the Netherlands, the lion, France, and Germany, eagle, linked together with the motto, E pluribus unum. Kind of cool. I didn't know that, huh? And then it also says, regarding that, the meaning of the phrase originated from the concept that out of the union of the original 13 colonies emerged a new single nation. It is emblazoned across the scroll and clenched in the eagle's beak on the Great Seal of the United States. Everyone's seen that picture of the eagle and the... So it's just interesting, because Revelations is about the scroll and the seals, and okay, so you see how, yeah, that's why it was all going to. That's why it comes down to, in the end, it's going to come down to the American people, if they are going to be smart or not. As I can see right now, at least like in the work setting, people are. I tried to tell somebody yesterday how they're throwing like vets out of their homes to give them to illegal immigrants, and she wouldn't believe me. She wouldn't even listen. She was like, absolutely not. That's not happening. You want to believe that? And I'm like, oh boy, we're really, boy oh boy, Americans, this is how stupid they've made Americans. I'm going to do another video, because this is not anything to do with the Rotunda, but this is a Bible. It's called the Looking Glass Bible. I'll do another video following this one with some pictures out of that, because these are really telling. But I wanted to show this to end with, because this is at the beginning of the Bible. It's basically a voyage of your life, the youth, middle-aged, and then old age. And so for youth, this is what it's showing. It's all about vanity. And what are they representing vanity to be? Well, it's the capital, it's fame, right? It's all about power. So just interesting that that's what's being represented. And yet we've been so lied to, because of literally what God tried to warn everyone about, that all will be deceived, because, well, we have Greek gods running the show in this country. I mean, not literally, but they've set the agenda and have led many people astray, most especially the higher educated.